The gap we're working to close is that excess mortality, if you sort of measure it correctly and adjust for things like the pull forward effect and other sort of statistical things necessary to get to the underlying causes, for younger ages it still continues to be elevated. And it's driven by things like cardiac and circulatory issues that are substantially up, cancer that's unfortunately, broadened to like more serious cancers and at younger ages, as well as, the underlying challenges of like metabolic disease, which, presents as a lot of chronic conditions, kidney, liver, heart, many other contributing factors, these are the underlying root cause challenges. And I think the biggest gap in our industry is that we don't focus on the underlying challenges as much as we focus on the aggregate results of how do we manage, financial returns and solvency and like average pricing and just general sort of product features. And in the life insurance industry, new features to sell. And so when you say, how does it challenge from different risk management? In a lot of ways, what I'm saying is let's bring more of a P&C approach to life insurance, because I think what I've just described is a lot how like people who really run P&C businesses are very focused on the underlying drivers and then focused on those issues. And there's a bunch of reasons for that, not to say that one's better than the other, but in the specific challenge of like, how can we help insurers live up to the best potential, which is addressing the customers where their needs really are. We think that is driving more focus on improving health, and which then allows you to lead to lower mortality, lower morbidity, lower costs, longer persistency, higher profits, addressing the life insurance gap. A lot of good things happen from shifting to more of a prevention model. And I think that ultimately that mindset change is, I think, going to be incredibly powerful.